Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they match up with Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Niners heading out behind their 6-year quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy, of course, sat behind Tom Brady for much of his tenure in New England. Won his first 5 starts as a Niner in 2017, then the injury last year. So still some question marks surrounding number 10 out there under center.
Here we go, here we go. Mike, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Well, CD, let's look at Philadelphia's season here as they come back out here for this next drive. 5-7, 3 straight losses, but this last one was the real head-scratcher, 37-31 to the Miami Dolphins. And they had a chance to pull into a tie with the Cowboys because the Cowboys are 6-6. Still a chance at that division, obviously, but that was not a good look against Miami.
To put it mildly, and while they have the...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern, now in his third year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stick.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Here's Wentz to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Here we go, here we go.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 13 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Gold to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Throwing on first is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's a second down run with Sanders, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That escapes the sack. Flushed out right. Got his target, Samuel. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Carson Wentz now and the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. He's going to have the first down past the 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the #1 game because the #1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment, okay? The winner of that becomes the #1 seed. I think the #2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the #1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The #3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the #4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this state, in this instance.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved. Call a few more.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're started through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That good for 22 and a first down. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Tried to go drop. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz, escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This is Howard on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. James now to return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, Edie!
Watch the run, watch the run.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's got some space here. That good for 19 and a first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score?
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brandon Graham able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Garoppolo now. He'll buy some time right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Staying on his feet. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Go, go.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Steps away to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year. And the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot. Okay, Jacoby Brissett, if he can get hot down the stretch and they get Marlon Mack back running the football, I think they can have an impact. In Cleveland, no, I don't give them any shot.
And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida, rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He can run for it, and he will.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Zach Ertz and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Aguilar. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Wentz now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. Finds a seam inside the 40. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, Wentz. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Now Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Escapes the sack. Trying to improvise. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this one to use check. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, a run from Breida. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. So that drive, 4 plays, and in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There's the Philadelphia defense now as they head back onto the field. And everything's going to rest on this drive. Can they keep them out of field goal range, because a field goal would win it?
So now you're in that position of you can't just back off and give them easy throws. At the same time, you don't want to press them so hard they go over the top and beat you deep. So you're playing a tight defense with an idea that you have the lead. Whatever you do, don't let them in the field goal range and give that up.
So maybe tight but not too tight.
Exactly. I mean, it's perfect, right? It's kind of like lacing up your shoes. Get it exactly right and no more.
See if they lace them right. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is born. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Here we go. Black 80.
Mike. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Back to throw. Garoppolo. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.